Hello everyone, I am going to explain some questions from exercise 9.1. So I am going to start from question number 14. In question number 14 we have to integrate 1 upon root 1 plus x minus root x with respect to x. So first we will write the question here. 1 upon root 1 plus x minus root x and dx. To integrate it, since we don't have any direct formula for this, so first we have to convert in some standard format. So students, in these kind of questions, if you have the root and some variables inside of the root, that time you should rationalize and shift into the numerator, because as soon as you will shift in the numerator, you can use the formula of integration that I am writing here. So in the rough work I am just explaining. If we are converted it in the form of numerator, then we can write it in the power notation and we can use this formula, that is x n plus 1 and upon n plus 1 plus c. So, but the denominator should shift in the numerator. In that situation we can. And since it's not alone, so that we can do the power negative, there are two terms. So two terms together will not shift in the numerators. In this kind of situation, we should rationalize the denominator. To rationalize the denominator, what we are going to do is, first we will write down the fraction as it is. Root 1 plus x minus root x as it is. And to rationalize the denominator, whatever the terms we have, in middle, just opposite of that we have to take. So in middle we have minus sign. So here we have to take the positive symbol. So same bracket but in middle positive symbol. So it is going to be root 1 plus x positive root x, in the same way root 1 plus x positive root x. So what we have done here, let me write down on rationalizing the denominator. So we had rationalized the denominators. How we would? So I hope, because rationalization we are doing from 8th to 9th class onwards. So I hope it's clear to you. So if we have two terms, in middle whatever sign you have, just opposite of that you have to take. So this is named as rationalizing the denominator. So why we are rationalizing the denominator? So that we can shift these two terms in the numerator. So after doing this, we are going to achieve the next step. Here this bracket multiplied by 1 will get the same bracket. So it's going to be, that is we are going to get the same bracket, means 1 plus root 1 plus x plus root x as it is, and in down a, it is in the form of, these two brackets are in the form of a minus b, a plus b. And what is the formula of a minus b, a plus b, that you already know? It is a minus b bracket multiplied by a plus b. The very famous formula is a square minus b square. So here what is our a? This complete root 1 plus x is our a and this is our b. So it is in the form of a minus b, then a plus b, and its answer is a square minus b square. So we are going to write down here root 1 plus x. So this is our a. So a square minus b square, and then integrating with respect to x. So in next step, it's going to be, we are going to write down this as it is, root 1 plus x as it is, and root x, and this dx here. Write down a little bit here, so it will not come with any one, it will going to be for both. Write like this here at this place. Don't write here unless it's going to be wrong. Now when we do the square here, it's going to be 1 plus x, and then do minus here, means when we, because we have done the square, so root and square is cancelled, so we got here 1 plus x. Here also root and square will cancel, so we will get here minus x, and you can see this x and minus x will cancel each other. And what we get here? Only 1. 1 means nothing is there, so only means we are successfully, we shifted the root two terms in the numerator. Now we have to use this formula. This formula we are going to use. So this is our rough for students. To make you explain, I wrote here Now we move to the next phase so that we can solve this question. And so the last step of our question was, we achieved it in here, that we got root 1 plus x plus root x, and then we are going to integrate it with respect to x, because divided by 1 is there, so that we can avoid. So before to integrate it, we are going to write down it in the power notation. So when I am going to shift, I am going to remove the bracket also, as well as I am going to write down it in the power notation. So it is going to be 1 plus x, root means half, and then this dx plus x to the power half ds, because again root is there, so I wrote it to the power notation. Now why I wrote it to the power notation, you already know, because I am going to use the formula x to the power n, integration with respect to x is x to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. So this formula we have to use, that's why I wrote my question in the power notation. So to use this formula, I am going to use the formula now. So 1 plus x, whatever be the power, you have to do plus 1. So this is our n plus 1. Then again here also n plus 1, so half plus 1. And then according to the chain rule, we have to differentiate it. And whatever answer will come, by that we have to divide. So when we differentiate it, its differentiation is 0 and its differentiation is 1. So conclusion is, by 1 we have to divide. So meaning is not going to change. So I am not doing that. But always we have to take care of the chain rule, students. Here it's going to be, we have to write this format, x then power n plus 1, so it's going to be half plus 1, and here also half plus 1, then plus integration constant. So when we simplify it, half plus 1 is 3 by 2, and here 3 by 2, but when, because it is in division, the fraction is in division, so 3 by 2 is going to be converting 2 by 3. So 2 by 3, and it's going to be 1 plus x 3 by 2, and here also 3 by 2, so it's going to be 2 by 3, then x 3 by 2 plus c. So this is our answer for this question. I hope this question is clear to you. The thing is, it means in integration is different from differentiation on this aspect, that whatever be the question we are getting in integration, we have to convert that question in some standard result of the integration. You cannot blindly go like differentiation. By using the chain rule, we used to do anything in the differentiation, but here we are bounded. We have to convert our question in the standard format of the integration. And here what problem we had? Our fraction is in the denominator, so we converted it to the numerator by rationalizing the denominator. And by after shifting it to the numerator, just see here, after shifting into the numerator, we had wrote it in the form of x to the power n. So this is one of the standard format of integration, and then we integrated it. So I hope this is clear to you. Now here only I am teaching the question number 15th also. So I am writing first question number 15. Question 15th is, we have to integrate tan square x minus cot square x with respect to dx. We have to integrate it. So first we will write down the question. So when we write the question, it is going to be tan square x minus cot square x dx. So students, before already we had solved some questions, question number 12th and 13th I think. So in that we integrated tan square x and cot square x. In that what we had done, because we don't have any standard formula for integrating tan square x and cot square x, so we converted them in the form of sec square x and cosec square x. So that only I am going to do here. So here we don't have the space, so we move to the next page. So students, first I am writing some formulas here. From 10th class we have for the tan square x we have the formula. So for tan square x we have the formula sec square x minus 1, and for the cos square x we have the formula cosec square x minus 1. So in the given question I am going to replace the tan square x by sec square x minus 1. So first the big bracket, tan square x I am going to write down as sec square x minus 1. Then cos square x is going to be cosec square x minus 1, and integrating with respect to x. So students, I hope it's clear to you. Tan x I replaced by sec square x minus 1, and cot x I replaced by cosec square x minus 1. Now why we had done this replacement? So that we can integrate, so that we can convert them in some standard formula. That's why. Now I am going to open this small bracket. So when we will open this small bracket, we are going to get sec square x minus 1 minus cosec square x. So this minus and minus will multiply. It's going to be plus 1 and then dx. So this plus 1 and this minus 1 will cancel each other. So we are remain with only sec square x minus cosec square x and integrating with respect to x. So now sec square x integration with respect to x direct formula is there, that is tan x. Then this minus sign as it is, and cosec square integration formula is what? Minus cot x. Then plus integration constant. So here students I used two formula. The first formula is integration of sec square x with respect to x is tan x, and the second formula which I used is integration of cosec square x. So this is cosec square x with respect to x is minus cot x plus c, here also plus. So these two formula I had used. Now after this step I am to open this bracket, so it is going to be tan x minus minus plus cot x plus c. So this is our result. So I hope question number 14th and 15th are clear to you. So and further if you have doubt you can write in comment so that I can clear out. In integration only one thing you have to take care, that whatever question you are going to get, that question should come in some standard integration formulas, and by keeping it in your mind, convert the question in standard integration formula and you can solve the question. So for that it's very necessary that you should learn the formulas, and formulas are already written in your book, front page of chapter 9, first page of the chapter 9, so that learn it. Thank you.